I woke up on the wrong side of the bed and I'm mad as fuck because I'm sleep deprived, so I want to rant. You know when the onset of the true realization of betrayal really just sinks into your flesh and into your psyche, and you truly realize that the narcissist wanted to inflict the maximum amount of damage upon you for no reason other than you being kind to them. Yes, they hate your love. When you show them kindness, they know that they do not deserve it. They don't deserve you. Therefore, they resent you for it. Because who they are displaying themselves to be is not them. Therefore, it is like a narc injury to pity such people because they cannot gain respect. They can only gain fear from people or pity, because the malignant narcissists prefer you to fear them rather than respect or love them. Everyone around them is essentially held hostage. And when they are covert narcissists or vulnerable narcissists, they lead with this victimization story and they have to keep it up because people would not give them any time of day if they weren't a victim. But I'm thinking, these people want you to know that they are constantly betraying you. They leave very obvious clues. They're very sloppy, but intentional about their sloppiness because they want you to catch them in the act. It's all a fucking game to these freaks. You can't have a normal conversation or even be in the presence of these people without them fucking up the energy in the room. Oh, you mean to tell me that this entire time of me knowing you, you've been strategically implanting shit for me to uncover because you're bored with your life and you need someone to figure out how much of a monster you are because you're just tired of fucking everybody, like just letting you get away with this shit. You want someone who you deem as an empath. And, I don't really believe in the empath thing. That's a conversation for another day. But you want someone who's going to figure out your shit, and that's why you're near me. And I'm not going to give it to you. Quite frankly, I've never given it to these people. I just walk away. But I have to think about the audacity of someone who would do such a thing. You're not trying to actually be a regular person. You can't be. You're a fucking demon. There's nothing that can stop you from being a weirdo. You're a weirdo through and through. And there is this entitlement that they have where they're automatically going to assume it's a form of psychology. They're going to, use the law of assumption that you want the best for them because they're constantly trying to gather, flying monkeys, supporters, people who will sympathize with whatever cause it may be. So they lead with this assumption in hopes that you will go along with it. And you may end up brainwashing yourself into believing that you actually give a fuck about them. Me going deep within myself, I come to realize I don't give a fuck at all. And I never gave a fuck. I never wanted to even attempt to save these people. That's a narrative that they pull. And because other people are more susceptible to this form of manipulation, it tends to be successful. But in my experience with these narcs, it isn't a typical story of, you did this to me and you blah, 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 and I'm crying and I am leading with these emotions that I'm expected to have. No, the whole interaction I have with these people is a tug of war because I don't give a fuck about what you're trying to get me to feel or think about you. Go the fuck away. The thing is, how could I ever love a narcissist if the narcissist doesn't even exist? They don't exist. Anything that you could love is false. It isn't really them. Maybe I'm over intellectualizing it right now, but I guess sometimes when you truly do love them, it's that you love their wounds and you want to fix them. And that comes from a place of kindness and compassion. But these people, they're essentially like lures. They splash around in the water. They want you to bite upon them. You get hooked and they pull you down underneath and swallow you whole. I don't know if anyone relates to this or is willing to openly relate to it, but when you were actually broken, even if temporarily, by the narcissist, there's this moment where you see the satisfaction in their face when they finally break you. It's like a decade worth of emotional processing happens within a few seconds, and you realize how much that person really wants to harm you. And the satisfaction that they get from your fall. They want you to take the fall for them. They are angry that you will not take the fall for them if you put up resistance. They want to conquer your fucking soul. And if you actually live through it, if you ever recover, which is very difficult to do, you'll see that they never even cared about you at all. And who you were with the entire time is just an illusion. There's nobody underneath that. They're all the same. All of them. This form of conditioning is very subtle, but it works. And anything that I'm saying, it's already being done. It's not like I'm giving people new ideas. This is what they already do. But they are essentially giving you the template for which emotions you should feel in response to their abuse, so that you are stuck in their matrix and you will not heal within that. Do you understand what I'm saying? If you've been conditioned to think that you feel a certain way and you cannot reach yourself and your true feelings, you will forever be trapped within that other person's narrative, and you will be restricted with their box of feeling and emotion. Therefore, you are controlled by the narcissist. They want to always control how the fuck you feel and push a narrative that you feel a way that you honestly probably don't. And if you're honest with yourself, you probably fucking hate them. I hate their guts, and they hate your guts. They hate my guts. Fuck their feelings. They can fucking burn in hell. Hell was made for them. Why should they be exempt from going to the place created for them, man? Like, this is why it was created, for people like them. But they want to swap destinies with you and put you in hell. They want to bring you into their hell so they can go into your heaven. The kingdom of hell is within a narcissist. There comes a point in time when interacting with these people that they start to annoy you. And it takes me a long time because I have an extreme amount of patience, apparently, because not a lot bothers me. But then it didn't cross my mind, right? That this people were trying to annoy me the entire time that we were interacting. I didn't even notice. Maybe I got an inkling that you hated me, but you have to stick next to someone that you really envy and really hate, don't you? You fucking weirdo. You insist on being next to me at all times, you fucking weirdo. You fake motherfucker. You're not going to get any credibility from me because I'm dragging anybody and everybody And at this point, I'm dragging myself. I don't give a fuck. We're all going down, bitch. And when they are vulnerable narcissists leading with their story of victimhood, they want someone to protect them from the consequences of them fucking other people over. They have the audacity to play the victim, to cry, to fake cry. I don't give a fuck if you're crying, bitch. I don't give a damn. Tell that terror to get back in there. Thinking that being a victim at some point gives you immunity to inflict pain upon other people is just ridiculous. And the fact that society has been enforcing or enabling this is fucking sickening. No, I don't want my enemies to prosper. No, I've never cared what these freaks thought about me. They are not the template. They are not. Call me kamikaze. Anyway, I was not implying to be like some sort of suicide bomber. I just wanted to make that very clear, especially with the last rant I had. I think someone interpreted that wrong. Like, I'm not gonna murder people. Like, that's illegal. They are always an inversion of truth. They are always an inversion of something authentic. They could never be you. They always want to run with a narrative like about, how you must feel, and, you must regret doing this, or you must be so fucking hurt. And you know what? Even if I am hurt, I am right to feel that emotion. They're always trying to take away your ability to process shit. So if I'm hurt, I'm going to be hurt, bitch. And I'm going to get over it, and then I'm going to fuck you up. Who the fuck are they to control you to that degree? They are weird. Who does that? Some psycho freak. That's who. No, I don't love the narcissist. Maybe I love the psychopath. If I'm being real, maybe I did. There was something that I loved about the psychopath. But it was more esoterical, metaphysical. And I loved my understanding that came with knowing these people. But on a personal, emotional level, one-on-one, I fucking hated them and they fucking hated me. I don't really want to please them. Every positive thing that I wanted for them went out the window when I realized who they were and who they will always be, a pretender. And even when I think about the vulnerable narcissists, I didn't love them, I pitied them. And that must be a constant way for them to be offended. But it's their self-fulfilling prophecy that they brought me into. Therefore, it's not my fucking problem. They need to go deal with that, and they probably never will. So, better luck in the next life, I guess. So anyway, I just want, everyone to just pull that narrative, take it and throw it the fuck away. Become super honest with yourself. You're going to be stuck psychologically. You're going to be stuck in these emotional fucking entanglements, these webs. Because those are not your emotions. That's how the narcissist wants you to feel, because it's a way for them to further drain energy from you or supply. I went to years of therapy. Before that, I introspected very heavily. I put in attempts every single day to attempt to help myself. And I learned so many healthy ways to interact with people. Thinking that I'm the problem, thinking and internalizing all of my wrongdoings, probably crucifying myself, just trying to correct everything. Because I'm conditioned to think that I'm the problem. And I used these healthy strategies on the narcissist. I used reasonable, considerate methods to deal with someone who intentionally deflected all of my efforts and twisted it. Essentially playing as if they're injured, playing as if I did something to them when they're causing me unnecessary stress and problems. Do you know how that fucking feels, man? Kindness is wasted on narcissists. Love is wasted on narcissists. I don't even view these people as human anymore. As far as I'm concerned, they wanted me to take the fall for them. And because I'm unwilling to do so, they hate me. You can look at it spiritually, psychologically, but that's just a short form way of saying I have fucking boundaries. If I could, I would backhand slap every single last one of them, bro. I swear to God. They repulse me. I can see why people honestly just spit on other people, bro. I understand the feeling. I have the desire. It is conditioning to be kind to these people, or to think that you need to be kind to these people. You don't have to be. You can't do illegal things. But it's like, from a Christian household or upbringing, it's like you have to be good at all costs. And this causes like a different form of covert narcissism in other people with this conditioning. But you want me to be a sacrificial lamb, and because I'm human and I say fuck your standards, you resent me for it. And I still stand with those sentiments. Fuck you, you're not God. And I will not be your fucking sacrificial lamb, you whore. I don't give a fuck that it hurts you, that you can't take accountability. Kick fucking rocks. Everything's just always about your feelings. Oh, you're so fucking hurt that people are reacting to you fucking torturing them and fucking doing deplorable fucking crimes against humanity. And you know what? Fuck society for allowing it. Fuck everyone who follows that shit, who doesn't repent. And repent means to change your fucking mind. Okay, bitch? As far as I'm concerned, they're my enemies too. I understand the conditioning because it's been a part of my own. But man, considering the narcissist's feelings is literally demonic. It literally sets you up to go to hell. Bruh, I feel like empathizing with these people is a sin. Okay, that was a joke, but like, it feels grimy and dirty. And I don't like grimy and dirty things. And the narcissist usually embodies those two sentiments. The narcissist doesn't exist. The psychopath doesn't really exist. And after being around these people, you do not exist anymore either. They take on your qualities while you fade into the background. Destiny swapping. They cannot truly embody it. Even on an energetic level, perhaps I think their frequency really does increase. And yours decreases. They are energized and you're drained. It is very insidious. Why are these people allowed to escape accountability, but we are expected to be crucified for every mistake that we make? I want you to think about that. Do you want that to continue? Perhaps I am talking too long. I'm gonna go. So hopefully you are getting some sun, enjoying nature, and enjoying your summer. So otherwise I'm gonna go. Goodbye.